This video is going to be a little come shoot with me, as I just did a photo shoot on Tuesday morning that I absolutely loved, and I thought it would be fun to walk through it all and show you guys the process. Jumping right into the theme, I was inspired by this photo taken for Vogue Italia because the pillow was used in the styling and I thought that was a really interesting detail. It made me think of creating a juxtaposition where there's a girl running around the city beginning her chaotic day, very ambitious, but at the same time she's spontaneously carrying a pillow. And I thought that the combination of textures between the stark city brick walls and the soft ruffles of a satin pillow could be really cool together. This was my overall mood board. Half of it sets the scene with the city and softness juxtaposition, and then additional photos help with the posing with pillows. I then sent this mood board to the stylist that I collaborated on. Her name is Sarah, and I've been wanting to work with her for a while because I first saw her style this photo with my friend Riley and thought that the styling was just incredible. This is her Instagram, and she also took a bunch of behind the scenes photos on her digital camera, and I'll be able to show those along with the clips I got of the shoot. The model is Samantha, who I met in the end of September and early October on a shoot that I did for one of my friends' magazines, and as soon as we met I pretty much wanted to shoot her for one of my own concepts, so I'm finally glad that we were able to put that together. She recently moved from Chicago, but I was thinking of going back, but she chose to stay for a much longer time, so since she did that we were able to get together and do this shoot. I love the way that she poses because she's so dynamic and confidently able to adapt to anyone's concept. I had Mariana assist me with lighting, which was really cool because she's a former NYU film student, and hopefully the next time that she works on a film I can PA for her to return the favor and also dip my toes into a set that I don't usually get to see. At the moment she's looking to get more hands-on experience with cameras and lighting in the actual shooting process because her course taught her mostly about directing and writing. We talked about Cronenberg films and it was a really good time. I love the way that young students and creatives in the industry, entering the industry, are just a good support system for each other. We're always assisting each other, and it's also a good avenue of getting onto other people's sets, seeing other people's eyes and perspectives, and I love that. This is my shot list, and it's something that I try to work on the night before any shoot because I find that it's the most efficient way to organize what I want the model to do, their story, and how it all comes together. So I basically look through a bunch of images and let the poses inspire me to create that story. So I like to go through photos just to look at the poses and expressions of the model and kind of inform me on how to direct the model, and in a second I'm going to show all of the behind the scenes images and videos as I go through each of the shots that we did from my list. Two last things before you get to see the actual fun part of the video, which is the shoot happening and then the photos. The first is that I took these photos on my Nikon Z6. I'm going to put a stock photo here because I'm filming on it and wouldn't be able to show it. And I use a 24 to 70mm f4 lens, which isn't the best because the 2.8 aperture is better, but I got it in a pinch, so went with the cheaper option. And I don't usually go that shallow, so it works out for me. Very lightweight compared to what the other one would be, due to it not being as intense of a lens, but I'm enjoying it. I use this Profoto A2 portable studio flash and always just aim it at the model like this. I love it because of its size. It really packs a punch. It's so impossible to show it on camera how bright it is. Try it. I think I've done this before and it hadn't really read when I was editing, but let's see. Okay. Girl. Yeah, hopefully that didn't attack my lens. That would be not that great. But yeah, I think it's the best because due to its size, it's so easy and convenient to create high quality work right on the street with whatever team you have. I usually use a Profoto Click Octa softbox, which I have shown in previous videos, but I ran over it. So we didn't do that. But it's okay because the shots turned out really great anyway. And lastly, I found the location for the shoot because there's a little area on West Street where there are just so many beautiful, varied brick walls, very different from each other, offering a lot of character, a lot of variety, and they have a really historical touch to them. I think it is pretty close to the historical section of Manhattan, and I don't know, I love that older feel, just something that's a little bit different to the whole concrete metal repetition everywhere else, especially Midtown. And they kind of remind me of England for no reason, obviously, because England is a lot richer in its historical look to it, so I don't know. Okay, and now I'm going to show you the behind the scenes, so let's get to that. This first shot was inspired by this image from the Moodboard. I loved the idea of using the pillow as if it were a briefcase underneath her arm. Businessy girl, but also cozy and very sleepy. Oh, and I hadn't mentioned, but we shot this at 8 a.m. and the sheer earliness of the morning had us all in the exact same headspace as the character we created, which was super fun. This next shot is inspired by the exact same image, but I wanted to add a second pillow just to begin to emphasize a little bit more of the frazzled vibe. Sarah was amazing for bringing a bag that looked exactly like the pillows. The night before the shoot, I was going to ask if she could bring a bag, but didn't want to say anything last minute if it wasn't too important. She thrifted this entire look with a Victoria's Secret bra and naturalizer shoes, and I'm just obsessed with the way that she puts these pieces together. For this next shot, I didn't actually come up with it from a reference image. This is just one of those ideas that sprung from my head being already focused and geared in on the kind of photos and poses I'd been looking at. It really feels good when one image and writing down one concept brings me into creating brand new ideas just from the one that I'm using to get inspired by. I wanted to use a city element as a resting spot for Sam, to pretend to tie her shoe or pull up a sock. Love the way the pillows become a tool here, just enforcing that juxtaposition of productive and sleepy even further. I used this photo from the Moodboard for the next shot and loved the way that this building corner looked and enabled us to grab a more architectural aspect in the background. The harsh lines of that corner and the softness and the sleepiness look great to me. From this reference photo, I thought to have Sam lean against a typical city wall and just use the pillows as a buffer here. I thought if she added some yawning and stretching that it could be really cute and just play with the whole idea. So this photo really has nothing to do with the Moodboard images, but the way I saw her posed against this pole looking really cool and confident inspired me to put that energy into another one of the sleepy-ish photos. I loved the idea of clutching the pillow as if it were her purse, and though it's oversized compared to what a little cool purse would be, I think that adds to it. I saw a photo of Nico from the Velvet Underground sitting on a stoop, and she had a very cheeky demeanor about her, so I thought this would translate in a cool way using the pillows and the stoop here. The pillows add that playful and cheeky attitude to this productive girl. This was another moment that I didn't use a reference image for. I loved the way that the black wall and the red and the white brick lined up, and how there was a little comfy shelf all between the two. I thought of her slouching and recuperating and truly looking tired. The glasses were all so cute here because they really add that edge of confidence and coolness to someone who's literally slouched over and exhausted. This shot was inspired by a photo of Jane Birkin where she's just walking around so awkwardly that it's almost like she's trying to balance. At the same time, she makes it look amazing, so I think that really fit in with what we were trying to say here. Basically, I told Sam to walk around as if she's almost stumbling, and she did all the work, looking super cool and amazing already, and just adding this detail in with such a breeze. We put the glasses on her bra as if it were a similar place as on the neck of a shirt, and I was inspired to ask for that detail because of this photo of Susie Lola, where she put an earring or a necklace charm on her bikini top. The way she uses charms is always so creative and inspiring to me. I don't have behind the scenes images or videos of the last image that we shot after this one, but I was inspired by this Gwen Stefani image from 1999 where she's seen lying on a bed. Again, totally unrelated to the Moodboard images, but loved the attitude and wanted to incorporate that into the story. I wanted to add a phone call in here to aid with the productivity, so that's why I don't have a video of this, because we used my phone. The red of my phone matched the shoes of the outfit, so that was really cool. We found another little stairway that helped work as a place to prop up the pillows and also Sam to rest. And as she rested, she made that little productive phone call. Hope you enjoyed all of the behind the scenes, the walkthrough of that and everything, and this is what the first final image looked like. But stay tuned for the rest, because first I'm going to show you my edit process. You'll see how I edited this photo, which is pretty much the same for all of them, and then you'll be able to put them together, and then I'll show you the rest. First, I imported the entire shoot into Capture One so that I could properly check their levels on the histogram and make sure the lighting of all of my selects was even and consistent and not overexposed or underexposed. Basically, the distribution of this little graph here just has to be more evenly spread. It can't be clustered over to one side. After I've made all of the images have a nice base, I export them as TIFFs using this built-in size that Capture One includes. Then I open all of these TIFFs in Photoshop, but since my computer is sensitive, I do them in groups of 10 to 15. Honestly, I shouldn't even have more than 15 final selects, but since I am of the digital age where we have a million photos, I just always have an abundance of options. My edit here is kind of simple and is a lot of playing around to get the look I want, but I depend a little bit at the moment on Letterfy.me Cinema LUTs because they create the texture of images that I've been trying so hard to achieve my entire life of editing. I play around with the cinematic looks package until I find one that really works for this entire shoot, and then I use that one. Since the LUT looks absolutely insane on a 100% opacity normal layer, I bring it down a lot. For these, I brought it down to 30%. I played with the contrast by either changing these photos into a hard light layer or a soft light layer and adding just a tiny bit of curves if I thought the highlights needed to go down a touch. After those steps, they're all finished. And yeah, thank you for listening to all the random details, the edits, the technicalities of actually taking each photo. Hope it was interesting, and here are the final images. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed coming along on this shoot and seeing some work that I'm really proud of. And the best part was that at 9:30 when we wrapped, we all got hot chocolate and just talked and caught up a little bit. And I love those little moments in between a busy team or just busy work in general, where everyone just takes a minute and just feels human, just talks to each other. It's really nice. The little things. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, as I'm like very new to this and excited about recording all of these experiences and learning about photo and fashion even more. And yeah, hope you had a really great day. And if you haven't already, you can subscribe below if you want to, and all of my social medias will be linked in the description.